Hi, this is Steve. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, this will hopefully be the last of the LED high beam replacement bulb comparisons that I'm doing for the Foreman 520. Once again, this is for the high beam handlebar light. In a previous video, I had shown what the Auxlight LED replacement bulb looked like along with the beam pattern. That one was a little bit disappointing. The light pattern was pretty much all over the place. I did have a viewer reach out and basically said they had that same Auxlight bulb. They ended up finding the Auxito LED light, which was about twice as bright as the original Auxlight, and they were pretty happy with it. What's interesting is another viewer had pointed out, I think the bigger problem with these bulbs is not so much the focal point of the LED diode, which they seem to be perfect as far as the alignment, but more so the fact of the LEDs pointing up and down instead of side by side. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is the stock halogen bulb. It's an 885. It normally sits in the headlight with the plug sitting up and down. And when it sits up and down, you could see the filament in the halogen bulb faces side to side. Okay, now if we take a look, if we look at the Auxlight one, and when it's sitting in the headlight bucket, the connector is up and down, but as you can see, the LED diodes are facing up and down. And actually, that is the exact same case with the Auxito. This one, I mean, it's got its own plug, so that really doesn't matter, but the way the prongs are exactly in the same direction as the Auxlight, and therefore, this one will actually sit in the bucket with the LED facing up and down. The viewer had commented to check to see that if maybe there is a way that the LED element can be rotated. I know with the Auxlight one, this is all basically one unit. It looks like it's all glued together as one. There's no way you can turn this. On the base here of the Auxito, there is an Allen wrench, Allen screw that's here that I tried loosening, but that actually has no effect on being able to rotate the LED orientation. So it looks like we're kind of stuck, but I do see where it makes sense. You know, the fact that maybe the illumination is not as good because the halogen filament sits, you know, in this orientation with most of the light coming out of the sides and then just, you know, a little bit coming out of the top because the bulb sits this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back outside. We're going to put each of these three bulbs back in. I'll show you what the pattern looks like on the garage door outside, and I'll show you what the light looks shining down the driveway. Once again, like in the other test that I did, what I'm going to do is I'm going to block off the headlights and my LED light bar that's on there so that the light that's coming out of these three bulbs will be only from that handlebar headlight. So let's see what happens. Thanks. Okay, here we go. So here is the factory halogen, just the handlebar headlight. There's the beam pattern straight across. Let's see how it looks on the road. Okay, here's the halogen down the driveway. There's the beam. Okay, once again, here is the Auxlight. Beam's a little bit more spread out, a little bit higher and lower, but you still get a nice band going across the from side to side. Let's see what it looks like on the driveway. Okay, here's the view down the driveway again. This is the Auxlight. Next up will be the Auxito. Just wanted to show you real quick the Auxitos, the way they fit in here. Same thing like the Auxlight. The LED diode faces up and down versus side to side with how the filament was in there. Thought I'd just show you how the fitment is. My original concern was because of these heat sinks, the aluminum, that there wouldn't be enough room, but there's actually plenty of room in the headlight bucket for it, so not a problem. And finally, here's the latest of the LEDs. This is the Auxito. This is the one that has more lumens than the Auxlight. The beam pattern is pretty good as far as, you know, left to right, sharp cutoff on the top and on the bottom. Definitely think it is a little bit brighter than the Auxlight one is. So let's see how it looks on the driveway. Okay, here's the Auxito, light only, down the driveway. Move the handlebars a little bit back and forth. Definitely better than the Auxlight. I'm really liking this one. I like the brightness, the color output, the beam pattern. My personal opinion, I think I'm leaving these in. Definitely, I think a little bit better than the halogens, and they definitely pull a lot less electricity. Okay, this is with everything on. So this is the LED light bar, and the headlights are still the LED replacements that I put in that I wasn't that happy with the beam pattern. I think the halogens are brighter. The color is nice. And then, of course, the latest, the Auxito on the top for the high beam. Here's the view down the driveway with everything on. That's just the low beams. Those are the LED replacements. And then with the LED light bar and the new LED handle headlight. Pretty good. I think I'm going to stick with the setup. I may or may not put the halogen low beams back in again. I do like the color, but definitely with everything on, it's pretty good. So I'll let you decide. I'll put links to all the products below. And thanks again for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We'll catch you on the next one.